After McLaren's total bottle job in Qatar, we have an actual three-way fight for the title. I just want to say, what a crazy season it's been. How Max has gone from 104 points down to just 12 is mind-boggling. Like, someone needs to nerf this man. He's just been aura farming the McLarens week in, week out since the summer break, and it's embarrassing at this point. Max may have run out of time. A 12-point deficit is going to be hard to overturn over a single non-sprint weekend. It doesn't help that this track suits the McLaren well, as Lando won by a comfortable margin last year. For Max to be champion, he has to win the race and Lando has to finish 4th or lower. It's doable, but really, it's not looking likely. It would require both Mercedes to be in between Max and Lando. The one thing Max has in his favour is experience. He's actually been here before, fighting for the title going into the final round of the season. Max doesn't care about the competition. He'll do whatever it takes to win. Lando and Oscar have never done this before, so there's a good chance, especially for Lando, that they will feel the pressure. It is the biggest race weekend of the entire careers up to this point. Possibly the biggest of their entire careers, period. I will give Max a 10% chance of winning the title. Not impossible, but would require some extreme circumstances, like a Lando DNF. Max doesn't need to get this championship like our other contenders. He's already a 4-time champ, and doesn't want to stick around in the sport for too long. Max has already proven to the world how good he really is. Getting this title won't change much in the minds of most of his supporters. But if he does get the title, many think it will make him the GOAT. Even as a Max fan, I think this is a stretch. But hey, he is a great driver. Lando is definitely the title favourite. He's driven a great season, I hate to admit. As a Max fan, I think he deserves the credit he's received. He hasn't completely shit the bed like Oscar. Lando's been let down by the team significantly across the season. The technical DNF in the Netherlands, the DSQ in Las Vegas, etc, etc. I'd give Lando an 85% chance of winning this title. As I mentioned before, he won around here last year, and he's in good form. He only has to finish on the podium to be champion. It will take a complete disaster class from McLaren to make that happen. However, McLaren have fumbled so hard that I wouldn't be too surprised. The strategy last weekend in Qatar was diabolical. It was literally a mandatory 2-stop. Why on earth would you think that the cars around you wouldn't pit? They lost an easy 1st and 3rd place there. Anyway, this championship is still very much in Lando's hands. He just needs to make sure neither of the Mercs make it their life goal to take him out, and he needs to make sure he doesn't get knocked out in Q1. Getting this title will mean so much to Lando. Lando has been chasing this for 2 seasons, and now he is so close to achieving it, and he deserves this one. Has Lando had some bad races? Yes, but that can be said about all of the championship contenders. But Lando has learnt from his mistakes, at least most of them, like his ability to block out the noise and make more decisive moves. Since the summer break especially, Lando has run rings around Oscar, showing what he can do when he's locked in. Oscar has an extremely low chance. He's 16 points behind Lando and 4 behind Max. Those numbers don't read real contender to me. It's actually a problem for Max, because that means Oscar may switch with Lando to ensure Lando is the champion. Imagine if it gets decided like that. But what do I think Oscar's chances are? If you could do basic math, then I'd give Oscar a 5% chance of winning it. He'll need the craziest of crazy races, like Brazil 2024. He needs a cheeky Lando DNF, and to beat Max on track. Oscar should have won this title earlier, but now it's too late. I will say he deserved the win in Qatar, but that doesn't make up for the shitstorm of results he's produced since the Netherlands. If Oscar loses this championship, it will take a toll on him mentally. He knows that he should have won this, deep down. He completely fumbled under the pressure. People like to peddle the narrative that Oscar's car's being sabotaged, but let's be real, that isn't true. McLaren aren't sabotaging their own car. The reality for Oscar is sad, but it's what he deserves given the results he's produced. The only thing that I know is that this weekend is going to be absolutely cinematic. The race is at 2 AM my time, but I couldn't give a damn. This race is the biggest F1 race since Abu Dhabi 2021. We've finally gotten a title decider going into the last round. Sadly, there's no Nicholas Latifi anymore to help him out. Well, Lewis may help out Oscar or Lando by crashing intentionally to get revenge for 2021. Imagine if Lewis actually crashes in the last few laps and it costs Max the title. The conspiracy theories will be insane. But we don't know how this is going to go. My prediction percentages could be way off. They are under the assumption that Oscar will give up his position for Lando if Lando needs it to be champion and Oscar's mathematically out of contention. But hey, I could be wrong. Oscar may decide to give McLaren the finger and say fuck you to the pit wall. I hope you enjoyed today's video and enjoy the season finale. We are all hoping for it to be a close battle, obviously. And whatever way it goes, we all got to enjoy this crazy season together. And hopefully next season brings as good of a championship battle as this one has.